The Punisher is another character I like using in Marvel Rivals. I'm even getting achievements. 3 kills through the smoke, that smoke screen dance. Splash. I did it again. Put Namor to the floor. You know the rules. Up to a quad. Got a Penta. Another smoke screen dance. Get Storm out of the sky. You're not allowed to fly. Not when Punisher's out there. Now it's time to learn how to heal. Cloak and Dagger, making this look like easy work. I'm having a lot of success with Cloak and Dagger. I've gotten more MVPs with this character than any other character. I gotta let these gameplays fly. It's fun. It makes being a strategist fun because you can kill. Anytime you see somebody making a new move, you just switch over real quick and get them up out of there. You're putting so much pressure on everybody because it only takes a few seconds to put them down to the ground. If it's a tank, it's going to take a little bit longer, but you're still putting pressure. Hopefully your teammates are doing it too. You don't want to get carried away now. You still got to heal your teammates, so that's what makes it fun. You just look, okay, everybody's healed up. I can do damage. And I thought that was actually, that's a new move. I thought that was their Penny's nest, and it wasn't. That's how many games I'm going up against a nest and I have to take it out. That even when it's my own teammates, I'm still letting it fly on that nest. You know the rules of Penta. I'm gonna get a few aces. I'm going crazy in this game. I got another 50 burger with Cloak and Dagger as well. The first time that I tried to heal, it wasn't really working for me. I tried Mantis. I thought she was trash. But now that I'm having success with Cloak and Dagger, I went back to Mantis. I got an MVP game. She's really nice because you don't really have to aim perfectly to heal somebody. You can heal flyers because whenever you look at them, it just puts this box on them and then you press the button to either heal or to boost them. So it's much easier to heal flyers and just to heal anybody. And then she does a lot of damage just like Cloak and Dagger. So she's actually pretty good. The only problem is she does have a cooldown with her heal. So it's not like Luna or even Cloak where you could just keep healing no matter what. Every shot you're throwing out there is a heal. With her, you got to manage it a little bit. So if you get into a pinch in those situations, her healing is not as good as Luna or Cloak and Dagger or even Loki. So we're going to get carried away here in the second round because my team, they refuse to help me heal. And I'm lucky because I'm not really getting dive. They don't really have dive players on the other team. I have another game where I get 50 plus and they're diving like crazy with Thor. So maybe I'll let that one fly too. Let's talk about another healer, Adam Warlock. He sucks. He's trash. Now I'm sure there's good Adam Warlock players out there, but they haven't been on my teams. They've been on the other team sometimes because that soul bond, if you do it at the right time with the right timing, it's hard to kill anybody because everybody's health is linked together. So you can't really target one person. It's going through all of them. But the Adams that have been on my team, it's been a disaster. Because they always use their revive and they revive me right in the middle of the fight. So I'll die and then I get revived right in front of people shooting at me and then I die again. And when you get revived, you only have half your health. Your cooldowns are not back. So it's like, what's the point of that? Why are you reviving me right there where everybody can see and everybody can kill me again? I'd rather just die normally and have to walk back. That would be faster than dying twice and then having to walk back as well. Another quad. I'm going crazy out here in this game. So I continue to try to learn some other roles because in my games, the matchmaking is crazy. All of this dysfunction on my team, I never see it on the enemy team. Even in the gameplays that I'm posting, the best games that I'm playing, look at the other team. They're always playing the objective. They're always trying to win. That's why it doesn't make any sense when I'm playing competitive and my teammates are not trying to win. How did they get up to gold and platinum? Because now I'm platinum 3. Well, technically, I mean, if I lose a couple more games, I'm going to go back to gold 1. So I got to wait until I get to platinum 2. It's like being a champion. You're not a champion until you defend your belt at least once. So I guess maybe don't say I'm plat yet. I'm still gold. But I thought that once I got out of bronze and silver, that my teammates would be better in gold. But it's the same problem. I'm going into games, and sometimes we have no tank. There's 4 duelists. There'll be healers, but 4 of the players are duelists. And then they have the worst duelist combo to win an objective-based game mode. Because you'll have Black Panther, Spider-Man if he doesn't get banned, then you'll have Moon Knight, and then you'll have somebody else, but maybe a flyer, maybe you'll have Iron Man or Human Torch. You know that none of those players are gonna step on the objective to move the cart or to capture the objective. You know they're not gonna do that. So I'm wondering, how did they win so many games to make it up into gold if this is how they're playing, if they never step on the objective? So when I look up at the scoreboard, I never see that on the other team. I never see 4 duelists, no tanks. I never see no healers, because in some of my games, we don't have healers either. That's why I'm learning to play healer, because there might be a game where there's nobody out there healing. That's an automatic loss. Then sometimes my teammates are doing dumb bans. Like in one game, my team banned Jeff. Why? Why would you ban Jeff? Why would you waste a precious ban on a character like that? You don't need to ban him. He's not glitchy. Why are you banning him? I've never seen the other team ban a Jeff, but I've seen my teammates ban Jeff. That's how I know there's a conspiracy going on with the matchmaking, because it doesn't make sense. If this is really how the players were, I would see this dysfunction on the other team, but I never see it. I had another game where 2 of my teammates quit in the second round. I've never seen the other team have 2 players quit. I've never even seen the other team have 1 player quit. Why do I keep getting matched up with the guys that are quitting? And I'm gonna show a crash out game at the end of this where they're trying to forfeit. They're trying to do the surrender vote as soon as the second round started. Even though the first round wasn't that bad, we almost got 3. We got stopped right at the end. It's ridiculous. People are just giving up. Like, what's going on? Why are these people always on my team? How come the give up players aren't on the other team, baby? Let me get some easy wins out here. Come on, cuz. What's going on? And then when there's flyers on the other team, they're doing a great job. Let's say it's a Human Torch. They're putting down the firewalls everywhere so you can't be on the objective or you're going to take a hit to your health. But then when I have a Human Torch, I never see a single firewall up. They never take out the penny nest. They never, right? Even if you have an Iron Man on your team, they just ignore it. Like, you have a view of everything from up there. Why don't you help us? Why don't you target enemies, specific enemies? Target that Moon Knight that's up there going crazy with the onk. So maybe this matchmaking, this skill-based matchmaking or engagement optimized matchmaking or whatever they're calling it in this game, maybe that works on other people. Maybe other people are like, oh, you know, the matchmaking is so trash in this game. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to celebrate and I'm going to go buy a bunch of stuff in the store. But see, that doesn't work on me, baby. Because when this happens to me, when I see this matchmaking, I'm like, wow, the matchmaking is trash. I'm never spending a dime in that store. I'm going to be like Moses. I consulted Moses. He said, you don't need no skins. Don't buy any skins. You see that matchmaking cheese? Why would you pay for that? Why would you pay to have terrible matchmaking show up in all your games? That makes no sense. So this EOMM, it doesn't work on me. Maybe it works on other people. But as soon as I get one of those games where the matchmaking is clearly rigged and the other team is so much better, that's when I hop off. I hop right off the game for that. As soon as that comes up, because I know that means the algorithm has been activated. So I'm not going to stick around and keep playing. So Moses, he told me I'm not allowed to buy any skins under any circumstance because we're in season 2. They would have fixed the matchmaking if they cared about it. They don't care about it. Maybe they think that this helps them make more money. I don't know. But for me, for people like me, it doesn't work on me. It might work on somebody else, but it ain't working on me, baby, as I get the MVP with 50 kills. Let's get it, Cloak and Dagger. I'm having fun being a strategist. Uh-oh, I got to learn some of the other strategists. So I think I'm gonna make a series where I actually show the crazy matchmaking that I'm getting. Because remember in the first video that I made where I showed that my teammates didn't want to come out of the spawn and we didn't even move the cart 3 meters. It was only like 2 meters in the entire round. How come that's not happening on the other team? How come I haven't seen that happen one time? Not even once have I seen the other team forfeit early, do the surrender early. So now let me show you another game so you can see what I'm talking about. Here's the crash out game. You see we're almost there at number 3. Almost, it's in overtime. I just died, I'm on Penny. I'm having a great game with Penny, by the way. Look, we have 2 healers. Pay attention because when we get to the second round, all of a sudden we have no more healers. I don't know what happened. Look, I'm 27-5. I thought we did decent. We didn't get the full 3 points, but watch this. It's very early in round 2. Nothing really happened yet. And somebody's initiating the surrender vote. Come on, cuh. Why are they giving up, baby? We just started the round and somebody's already acting up. And look, now we only have 1 healer. You see that? There was only 1 healer. So we had 2, but one of them got off healing and did something else. So now we've only got 1. Then I check later in the game because I'm going to switch my character and there's nobody on healing right now. Nobody at all. So I switch over to Groot to try to get one last stand here, but we are going to go down. And it's crazy because the way that they gave up, they tried to do the surrender vote. I've had games where the first round we didn't do good. The second round we came back, we overtimed it, and then we won in overtime. I might post one of those games. So there's no reason to give up like that, but you're seeing in my games that stuff like this is happening, and that's why I might start paying attention to the games where it's just crazy like that and show you more moments like this. So right now in that early platinum rank, it's crazy out there, man. They are putting together some teams that they should not be on the same team. Let's just put it that way. It's just not a good mix. And the other team never has any of that dysfunction going on. They always have healers. They always have tanks. They never quit. They never initiate quits. I've never seen one happen for the other team, but on my team, I see it all the time. Give that guy a map. Merch is now available at chrissmooth.com, shipping worldwide. My songs, He Quit the Game, Lob City, and My Camo are now available on all streaming platforms. But look what I'm gonna do to that. I'm gonna block that dunk. Get that cheese out of here. When I did that, I said, all right, Cat might be the character for me. What rhymes with cash? I just put Doctor Strange to the floor.